Russian soldiers was just sitting. And then this happened.
Ух ты ж, блядь!
Ukrainian soldiers capture a group of 3 Russians during an assault on a position near the village of Turney in the Lyman direction.
Ходи по одному! На колени встали! Сколько здесь было? Свяжи его, свяжи! Свяжи его, блядь! Разгрузки снимаем, пацаны.
Не, наоборот.
Чего?
Вони всі броніки должны виходити.
Виходь,
налево.
Стой!
Валу!
Магазины вытаскивайте.
Не надо, все там зниметься, потом.
Да?
Подъем!
Давай, аккуратно. По одному.
One Russian general and member of the State Duma Defense Committee lied to the Russians that there were supposedly no mobilized people left at all, because they had all signed contracts and the rest had already gone home, and supposedly no one in the Russian army fights against their will. However, his words were criticized by one mobilized soldier who said that this was not only a complete lie, but that almost none of the mobs signed contracts, and no one went home either. But he also added that in the fall and winter of last year and this year, the mobilized regiments lost 1/3 or more in casualties and killed and wounded. Remnants of these regiments signed contracts. Thus, those mobilized are still saving the Russian army. As we see, the Mobique question remains sensitive for the Russian authorities that are trying to downplay the impact of mobilization on the society. Someone is asking for a lawsuit about fakes about the Russian armed forces, because the information being spread is exclusively false. Let's start with the fact that during mobilization, no contracts were signed with us. There were cases when they were forced, but people refused and complained to the military prosecutor's office. It worked. Further, in the period until July 2023, the number of those who switched to contract from mobs in our regiment, for example, was very small. A few people per 100, mainly due to receiving officer ranks. In addition, the wage system of mobs works better and more profitable than that of contract workers, which also played a decisive role. However, mobs from the DPR and LPR were forced to sign contract, of which fewer were called up than us from Russia. Yes, this resulted in a certain number of thousands of contract soldiers, but we are not talking about the bulk of them that came from Russia. Then the time of the autumn-winter offensive began, when several regiments of mobs lost most of the mobilized infantry, killed, wounded, in motorized rifle battles. During the withdrawal to replenish the losses, the infantry became contract soldiers. The usual level of losses by January of this year, judging by the stories of guys from different directions, reached 1/3 or more of the number of mobs, infantry. At the moment, as I have written more than once, those mobilized mainly serve in artillery, tank battalions, communications and supply, in motorized rifle battalions, ATGM operators, AGS operators, drone operators, etc. And infantry and reconnaissance companies are becoming mainly contract units. So there you go. None of us signed contracts. This is a lie. Lies from a deputy. There are isolated cases of coercion to serve under a contract. They wrote to my colleague with a complaint that the command of one of the units in the Donetsk direction gives the mobs a choice: a contract and further service in their current specialty, or transfer and disposal to storm units. This practice is illegal, since there are orders from the headquarters of military groups prohibiting the transfer of any specialists, from tank crews to supply people, to the infantry and assault troops. It is forbidden. Well, in ordinary units like our regiment, mobs were and remain military personnel called up for mobilization, or citizens called up for mobilization. This is the official wording from the documents. There was no mass transfer to the contract, neither forced nor, especially voluntarily. We see how contractors every month get delayed payment of daily allowance and combat allowance, so we have no fools to lose their 158,000 rubles from the President's Fund. Thus, parliamentarian Sobolev lied. He made a fake about the situation in the Russian armed forces, misled Info 24 readers. This once again shows the scale of alternativeness in reports above the regimental level. Surely the deputy was given data at the district level and above as a basis. Some kind of separate reality. And getting back to the terms of service, if the military leadership continues to push for our replacement, they will see a further deterioration in the situation. This is simply the logic of the development of a negative process, the decomposition of a group of mobilized military personnel tired of war and injustice. Russian jet almost collided with a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone. Another bad day for the representative of the Russian biker gang Sons of the Country of Vodka and Shit, who parked near the ammunition depot. Joint work of soldiers of the Shadow Unit and soldiers of the Echo Unit of the 148th Brigade. Spain will supply a small batch of Patriot missiles to Ukraine, but refuse to deliver a Patriot battery. Furthermore, Spain is preparing a new arms package which will be sent before the June 30th. It includes 10 of the 19 Leopard 2A4 battle tanks that are being refurbished at this moment and will be added to the 10 delivered last year. Head of Russian Karelia suggested paying 100,000 rubles, about $1,000, to female students who have their first child before 25. He said the earlier they start having kids, the more likely they are to have a lot of them. Putin needs his cannon fodder.
Предлагаю подготовить нормативный правовой акт о единовременной выплате в размере 100 тысяч рублей женщинам, студенткам высших и средних специальных учреждений образования, родившим ребенка в возрасте до 25 лет. Здесь очень важно стимулировать более раннее сегодня рождение первого ребенка. Вот это вот мы видим, и нам об этом говорят наши специалисты, в том числе врачи нашего перинатального центра. Важно, чтобы первый ребенок рождался в более раннем сроке, тогда есть больше надежд на многодетные семьи. А это, в общем-то, о чем говорил президент в послании, наша одна из основных целей развития. Поддержка семьям, материнству. Спасибо.
The UK Ministry of Defense has released footage today which reveals that Sunday's airstrike against a truck, mounted with a multiple-launch rocket system in northern Iraq that was firing on US forces in northeastern Syria, was conducted by 2 Eurofighter Typhoons with the Royal Air Force utilizing Paveway 4 laser-guided bombs.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.